First Alert Weather Extra starts now.
Welcome into First Alert Weather Extra. Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt along with meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Some pleasant temperatures for August. We will take it. Finally, the AC catching a break out there. Temperatures running below average for this time of the year, and that below average trend is going to continue through the weekend and into next week. In fact, if you joined us right here on Weather Extra, meteorologist Jill Gilardi was going beyond the 7-day, and we kept seeing those possibilities there of the below average temperatures. But how about it right now? Let's take you over to AccuTrack. We have a lot going on out there. We have concert at Oak Mountain Amphitheater, Barons baseball, some high school football kicking off tonight, the sideline season, and thankfully, as we look at the radar, not a lot happening, just a couple of small showers. You can see there's one little shower here around Talladega, and that's about to cross there at Highway 77, but some of this has had kind of a chaotic motion here. Overall this week, we've seen a lot of west to east motions with the wet weather, but what I'm thinking is tonight and into tomorrow, later we go tonight, there could be some additional showers, but tomorrow an increasing chance for scattered thunderstorms to mix in, unlike today. Today it was mostly just showers, very little to no lightning showing up across our area, but that lightning threat will pick up. Keep that in mind tomorrow night for high school football. Make sure you check our First Alert Weather app before heading out because some of those storms will be possible. Want to update you on what's happening in the tropics. Some new developments here. Now a 30% chance within the next 48 hours we could see a tropical depression over the western Gulf of Mexico. This is being labeled Invest 99L. You can clearly tell there's some circulation or a nice cloud pattern there already as this is still over land, but not expecting impacts in Alabama or Florida, at least this weekend. Not direct impacts. There will be scattered showers and storms in the forecast if you're heading to the coast, but it looks at the way this one is going to be moving here as we look at the model data and get a better handle on this, it's going to be tracking more northwesterly and perhaps even turning a bit sharply back in towards Mexico, not even making it to Texas there. But a system we're watching in the long range. It's possible next week and towards the end of the month we could see another tropical wave that tries to enter the Central Gulf. Some of the data has been hinting at that, and no surprise there. I mean, this time of year, we're getting close to the peak of the hurricane season, and as long as the weather is unsettled like what we're dealing with right now, if we keep seeing these fronts moving across Alabama, it will be very difficult for a tropical system to become a well-organized system. It'd just be too much wind shear there across the coastal areas to the south. So if this pattern holds, that is going to lower the risk for us to have a major tropical system. But we'll talk more about what's on the way as we get into that long-range forecast data coming up. But that's what we're keeping our eye on. A lot of our weather watchers checking in. Big shout out to Tyler Young in Trussville and John King there in Alabaster, Piedmont, Rick Freeman reporting some of those temperatures at the last hour. They're showing right around 80 degrees in Shelby County. It was a little bit cooler to the south, but those temperatures a little bit higher in those areas further north. But we're going to talk more about what's on the way. We've got the updated drought monitor that's in today. We're going to check in on the latest conditions with respect to drought, talk about flooding in Europe, and a big geomagnetic storm. It really enhanced the northern lights last night. A lot of folks were up across the country looking to the north to see if they could catch the northern lights, and we've got a story on that we're going to share with you here coming up. Plus, beyond the 7-day as we continue on First Alert Weather Extra.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
And being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
Getting to the bottom of health and billing issues that may be hidden in the fine print.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. In your community, giving you a deeper perspective with the largest team dedicated to you. Showing new stories from overnight, helping you get through your day. With First Alert Weather and traffic, getting to the point, not wasting your time, these are your mornings. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When moments turn severe, how do you find clarity?
This is your first alert from the WBRC Fox 6 weather team. We're with you as we prepare for this threat.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert wherever you are. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team. Live, new, and on your side, beginning at 9 p.m. In a day filled with clutter and noise, WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else. With new updates, live and on the scene, answers for your money and your livelihood, with 6 on Your Side investigates. And your first alert for the hours and days ahead with the WBRC First Alert Weather Team. On your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm WBRC First Alert meteorologist Jill Gilardi, and it is Thursday, which means we have the latest drought monitor from the Climate Prediction Center. And with that and much more, we send it over to meteorologist Matt Daniel.
All right, we've had a very unsettled weather pattern. We've had some showers, some spots. Haven't seen a lot of rain, others a little bit. So here's the latest totals as of this morning. When you can see for Birmingham, we've already recorded over 2 inches of rain. So we're halfway there of getting to that average rainfall for the month of August, which is a little over 4 inches and a quarter. Tuscaloosa, you need some rain. Haven't even recorded an inch yet, but once again, we have several opportunities over the next 5 to 7 days to get some much needed rainfall, and same in Anniston. Haven't seen a lot. Here's a look at the estimated rainfall totals over the past 5 days, and you can see little streaks of heavier amounts of rain, and in some instances not a lot. And a lot of that rain's been mainly south of Interstate 22, West Alabama, and south of Interstate 20. Areas to the north and east haven't really seen a lot of rain. So these are just estimates. Of course, if you've got a rain gauge and you want to give us an update, let us know. We would love to get some of that feedback. But just stepping out, you can see Jasper's had a little bit of rain, a little over an inch of rainfall, only a quarter of an inch of rain in Coleman. Same idea in Gadsden, although in parts of Blount County, and we've noticed a little bit of that green color indicating about an inch of rainfall. Farther to the south, you can see far northeastern Tuscaloosa County, southwestern parts of Jefferson into Shelby County, a stretch of about an inch or so. But Tuscaloosa itself may be only seeing about a quarter of an inch of rain over the past 5 days. Same idea in Birmingham. And we've had a little bit of rain in parts of Coosa and Chilton County, but it's been pretty dry in parts of Bibb, but heavier amounts as you go into parts of Sumter and into Greene and Hale counties. But that's the overview of the rain over the past 5 days. Of course, we got the latest drought monitor. It was issued earlier this morning, and we're doing pretty decent. Not seeing much in the way of drought, maybe some abnormally dry conditions in parts of our western counties and up to the north. But that severe drought continuing, though, in parts of northeast Mississippi, and the drought definitely continuing parts of the west of the Mississippi, especially in Texas. But there is some short-term good news for those areas that are experiencing some extreme drought. I want to show you what's happening. So over the past 5 days, it's been pretty dry in Texas. They have that little tropical low produced really heavy rainfall in the southern parts of the state, so that has improved their drought. But as you can see, it's been very active along the Gulf Coast, parts of the East Coast, and also into the middle parts of the country, and pretty dry across the Pacific Northwest. So here's a look at the estimated rainfall totals over the next 7 days, and you can see heavy rain. There could be some significant flooding for parts of Arizona, New Mexico, and look at that in Texas. This is unusual. We have not seen this in a while. They have a really good chance of seeing some significant rainfall over the next 5 to 7 days, and even parts of the southeast has plenty of opportunities for rain. So some encouragement there. Of course, these are estimates from the Weather Prediction Center from NOAA, and look at that bullseye for Dallas, Texas towards Austin. This area could see 4 to 6 inches of rain. So although they need the rain, the bad news with that is when you have drought and a lot of rain like that, sometimes that can create some flooding. Here we're not going to see those significant totals, but it's somewhere between 1 to 2 inches of rain possible over the next 5 to 7 days. And of course, get some rounds of heavier amounts of rainfall. Obviously, we could see spots getting even more than that. So once again, if you need the rain, just wait. There's a chance you'll get it with those pop-up showers and thunderstorms.
Well, as Matt was talking about, you go from that drought situation. If you get a lot of heavy rainfall in Texas, you could see flooding. The same situation is happening right now across parts of Europe. Take a look at this story.
You'd think this rain would be a blessing in the midst of a scorching summer, and in some ways it is. For the past several days, storms slammed into Europe, bringing thunder and lightning, along with heavy rain to a parched continent. But for months, the sun baked the ground solid, giving the water nowhere to go. The runoff caused flooding in London and sent a river down into the Paris subway. The city received almost its entire monthly rainfall in just 90 minutes. Hail and high winds battered France while killing 3 people on the Mediterranean island of Corsica. In some parts of England, heavy downpours dumped about a month's worth of rain in just hours. Despite getting so much rain, it still isn't enough. Experts here in the UK say months of rain are needed to refill reservoirs and to end the drought, as well as bring Europe's mighty rivers back to life, from the Thames in England to the Rhine in Germany and the Loire in France, all turned into trickles after a summer of heat wave after heat wave. But for firefighters battling blazes across the continent, drought to downpour brought deliverance. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
All right, well, we still have a lot more coming up on First Alert Weather Extra. We're going to be going beyond the 7-day. We have the Super 7-day. We have a special story about the Northern Lights and that potential of folks across the northern tier of the U.S. seeing them. And of course, we have to hit up Mickey for some specialty forecasts. All that coming up after this break.
West Shore Home is America's leader in shower and bath remodeling, and today I'm joined by Kirsten from West Shore to talk remodeling and why you should consider starting your project now.
So Joe, we know how stressful it is to get a new bath or shower installed. So at West Shore Home, we make it fast, easy, and now even more affordable to get your shower or bath project.
Well, we know how you're making the projects fast and easy with the one-day installation, but how are you making things more affordable when the price of everything else seems to be going up these days?
So we know that we've had a rough few months with gas prices higher than normal and monthly budgets getting tighter. That's why we want to help everyone out. Right now, for anyone who calls in, we'll do free installation on all shower and bath projects. And on top of that, you can save your money and put it towards other bills because we're doing 18 months of no payment and no interest financing. That means you don't have to make your first payment until 18 months after your installation is complete.
So with that financing plan, people can stay flexible with their money while getting the shower bath they need now. That's super helpful.
It really is. We know that this is a busy time of the year for people, so you really should leave the stress of remodeling a bath or a shower to the experts. With our 18 months, no payments, no interest financing plan, that combined with our one-day installations, West Shore Home really is the best solution for your bath or shower remodeling.
Now, Kirsten, for somebody interested in starting their project now, what would be their first step?
So give us a call and we'll schedule an appointment at a time that's convenient for you. You'll see hundreds of customizable options that will bring new life to your bathroom. At the end of that appointment, we'll give you an exact price that's down to the penny, good for an entire year.
Wow, so even if you're not ready to get that shower project started now, you can lock in that price and not have to worry about any price increases for a full year.
Absolutely.
Wow, Kirsten, thanks so much. Folks, call West Shore Home now and take advantage of their Labor Day sale. It's free installation on all shower and bath projects, plus 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. Call West Shore Home now.
All right, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. Looking at the satellite and radar imagery, we're actually seeing quite a bit of cloud breaks now going into this evening. So that's even going to really help out those temperatures as the sun sets and temperatures drop off. We'll need to watch out for some patchy fog again later on tonight. Let's get in a little bit closer where some of these showers have been showing up back into East Alabama. Right here around Talladega, one little shower here you can see is drifting south. We've had some showers drifting to the east back in towards Randolph County. It looks like maybe a couple of sprinkles right there around the Anniston area, but we'll go in a little bit closer here to some of this wet weather. You can see there, Winterboro, this is Highway 77, so a lot of those areas there. No lightning with this at the moment, by the way, but the rain chances, just as we talked about, very limited for today. Now, we have a few days here. You're probably thinking, well, why first alert on some of these days? Well, these are the days where we think we'll have the greater chance for some storms, some lightning producers, and a bit more widespread coverage as far as the rain goes. Saturday over the weekend looks to be the drier day for this weekend. Let's walk through the forecast setup for our Friday, and I want to bring in some of the forecast radar data. And in the morning, there's a chance, even though you can see some indications there of maybe a couple of showers, I think we're going to see a greater coverage of those showers there during the morning hours and could impact the drive. Notice by lunchtime, especially as those temperatures heat up close to 80, well, probably, you know, it's a day kind of like what we dealt with today. A lot of this will probably be showers starting off, but then as we heat up, there's the chance that we could see some storms. It depends on just how unstable we get, but in the afternoon, I do think we'll need to watch out for some lightning producers. Notice 6 o'clock, getting close to sideline time there, and you could see some of those storms there showing up or showers and storms showing up in the forecast data. Again, it's kind of scattered. It won't rain steadily all day. There will be some breaks, but we just need to keep a watch out. As far as Saturday goes, the morning will probably start off with some of those low clouds again, so that's going to help us out and kind of slow that warming process for the first part of the day. Once the sun breaks out, though, that temperature, it just takes off. So try to plan for early. I think that's going to be the best day to dodge the raindrops and enjoy some pleasant temperatures there for Saturday morning, but you can see that rain chance. It'll start to go up there as we get into the afternoon. The rain chance there right around 40% on Saturday. You know, we were talking about that system, by the way, in the tropics. I just want to update you on that. It looks like the forecast data is going to take this back to the north and west direction. You can see they're moving back into the western Gulf. So our coast, no direct impacts for this weekend. You know, we'll keep an eye on it. Check in with us over the next few days just in case we see any changes in that. But at this point, especially with the setup that we have, you know, typically when you have a big trough across the eastern U.S. like what we have right now, that will prevent a system like that from reaching us and would certainly weaken a tropical system. But we're going to be watching Sunday and into Monday because another setup where we have showers and storms at times. Next week we'll see another increase in the wet weather. It looks like Sunday night and into Monday. We've had a boundary here. It's been kind of stalled out all week long. Well, we have another front coming, kind of stalls out, keeps us cloudy, showers. As long as we're in this setup, we're going to have to watch out for more scattered thunderstorms, and it looks like more clouds, which will also, look at that high temperature there for Monday, 80 degrees. It's going to keep our temperatures below average as we go into early next week. So that's why we have a first alert there in the early next week for maybe a couple of strong storms with some lightning, some locally heavy downpours scattered around the area, and it looks like Wednesday, Thursday of next week hanging on to those rain chances as we go through the middle of the week. Overnight lows right around 70 degrees. I want to bring in meteorologist Jill Gilardi. And Jill, as we look at that 7-day forecast, this is, again, kind of a unique setup, and it's interesting to notice how the pattern has somewhat flipped across the country. We were checking with Matt a few moments ago, and those areas back across Texas is amazing. Just almost the entire state covered up there as far as the potential for measurable rainfall.
That's great to see for them. I know they are desperately needing the rain. And speaking of rain, as we go beyond the 7-day, we have plenty of opportunities I'm seeing, but unlike we saw the past few days, I'm not seeing those little tropical systems. So they went away for maybe a day. We'll see if they return tomorrow, certainly. But I do see towards the end of the month, certainly some tropical moisture coming up, that flow coming up from the south. So the 28th, we're talking about more showers and thunderstorms, and we'll be watching that through the 29th. The flow may start to change as we head towards Labor Day. And again, as I look out towards the Atlantic, not seeing those systems that we saw yesterday. So this is typical. You know, look beyond the 7-day. Things may show up a little bit for a couple days and then go away. The key is, will they return? So we'll be watching that, of course. And still looks like our chance for above normal precipitation as we go beyond the 7-day is probably in that 30% range. So certainly, definitely a chance for that. And when you have more clouds and rain, you know what? Those temperatures may be actually running at or below average. All right, this next story is something that definitely piques my interest. You know, when I went to college in upstate Vermont in 2003, I did manage to see the Northern Lights. Well, the sun has not been active until more recently, and with a more active sun, you have a better chance of seeing the Northern Lights, and Vermont may have a chance of that as we go through the next couple of days.
Welcome back. Could we see the aurora borealis in the skies over Vermont tonight? Bill Murtaugh from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration joins us now. Thanks for being here.
Kat, good to be with you.
So Sunday, the sun set off a series of coronal mass ejections. Remind us, what are those and what do they mean for us here?
Right, and it's actually been going on since Sunday. That's one of the remarkable things about this little period is we have a sunspot cluster visible on the sun that's been producing several CMEs. We've had as many as a dozen coronal mass ejections. And what are they? Just big eruptions of material from the sun. We're talking about 1 billion tons of plasma gas and magnetic field. It's essentially the sun shooting a magnet out into space. Can go in any direction, but sometimes right towards Earth. And several of these eruptions are coming towards Earth, and indeed started last night. We had our first magnetic disturbance last night. What's happening is the magnet that gets shot out from the sun is interacting with Earth's magnet, and that's causing the disturbance on Earth's magnet or magnetic field. So that's our geomagnetic storm. We were predicting G3. We've been hitting G1 and G2, but there's still some potential for the G3 because of the amount of eruptions we've had over the last several days.
And I know a few photographers who are always eager to go out and see the aurora borealis over Vermont. Based on what you know now, what are our chances, assuming the sky is clear here?
Right, that's a big thing. The other thing to consider too is that the moon phase. We're about a half moon right now, so it creates some brightness, which limits the quality somewhat of the viewing, but it's Vermont, at least. I was talking to our friends down in Pennsylvania earlier. I said there's not much chance there, but certainly in those very northern tier states, there's still a chance. It's not a really strong storm, Kat, so it's not like you're going to see the structure of the aurora like we see in the pictures from Alaska. It'll mostly be like a glow on the horizon, but we just have to wait and see here if we can get to that G3 level. Like I said, we've been at 1 and 2, and really we want to see the 3 level before we can be confident that we'll see the aurora up in New England.
And you mentioned these coronal mass ejections have been going on since Sunday. How long do you expect these kind of conditions to stick around?
Another couple of days. So for the sunspot, the sun rotates, takes about 27 days for full rotation. So the sunspot, when it's pointing towards Earth, that's when the coronal mass ejections or the eruptions from the spot hit the Earth. Well, obviously it's rotating into a less favorable position. So the chances will be decreasing in the coming days, but we still have some likelihood, some probability in the next 48 hours for some aurora.
Now, if this time doesn't work out, what are some of the other times people might be able to catch these? Are we in a particularly active, season, if you will, for the sun?
Yes, in our business we have the solar cycle. It's actually an 11-year cycle when the sun does a reversal of its poles, and it's during the middle of this reversal process we see a lot of sunspots and consequently lots of space weather. We call that the solar maximum and the solar minimum. We've come out of a minimum, 2018, 19, 20, when very little activity was occurring. Now we're ramping up to the next maximum, which is going to be 2024, 2025. So in the coming months and years, we will see an increase in space weather, and we will see stronger storms that will produce visible aurora in the New England states.
So if not this time, we'll keep an eye out to the skies for the future. Bill, thanks so much for your time today.
Kat, thanks. Good talking to you.
If you've never seen it before, it is absolutely mind-blowing. I remember, and I'll remember this day as if it was yesterday again, back in 2003, seeing the Northern Lights, and you have the depth you can see. You can see that, the height with it. It's amazing. So hopefully you get to see it someday. We're going to be seeing what Mickey has to say about the bus stop forecast and so much more after this break.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
Being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
Live, new, and on your side. Beginning at 9 p.m., WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else on your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10 on your side.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
How will the weather impact your roads? The First Alert Weather app has live traffic updates and road conditions for a safer commute. This is why we First Alert.
WBRC Fox 6 News on your side.
Welcome back. Temperatures in the 80s right now. Most areas dry. Could see a stray shower or two out there this evening, but those rain chances will be going back up. Let's check in with Mickey for an update on the bus stop forecast and some of the events happening around the area.
Hey, let's take a look at what you should wear tomorrow. I think you ought to go with that red shirt right there and those khaki pants, khaki shorts, maybe the blue shirt, but I'd take an umbrella too because got a decent chance of rainfall, so about a 40 to 50 to 60% chance. And we have got a pretty soupy atmosphere and looks like we're going to hang on to some wet weather as our weather team's been telling you about for a couple of days here. Now, if you're going to the Friday night football, of course, we'll have sideline for us as well, but about a 30% chance of rain tomorrow evening at about 7 p.m. when they have the first quarter. If you want to go to the Barons baseball forecast, this is Pyropalooza, and it's supposed to be their biggest fireworks display of the entire year, and it's happening there at Regions Field as they take on Tennessee. So enjoy the game, about a 30% chance of showers, but at the end of the game, man, they got quite the fireworks display. If you're headed to the beaches, well, it's pretty wet down there. I don't know if you've checked out your First Alert Weather app, plug, but 70% chance of rain on Friday into Saturday, so kind of a wet scenario there, and a moderate risk of rip current. Gulf water temperatures actually a fuzz above average at 86 degrees, so it feels oh so nice, except for the thunderstorm element. And while you're there, check out the forecast. It'll let you know if there's storms nearby. And also you can scroll down to the bottom of our First Alert Weather app and share a picture that we can feature right here on Weather Extra.
I like that red shirt there. I might take Mickey's suggestion for tomorrow. 7-day forecast, we have a 60% chance of thunderstorms and showers tomorrow, 85 degrees. Wet weather a bit more widespread tomorrow. Watch out, especially in the afternoon, and heading out for those high school games tomorrow night. Be sure you check that First Alert Weather app. Sunday and into Monday of next week, another increase in the coverage of storms and showers. But each day, as we go through the middle of next week, I know some areas that still kind of hit or miss, but there will be some more chances for wet weather as we continue through next Wednesday and Thursday. Sometimes, we get into the month of August and we're just looking for even a tropical system to bring a drop of rainfall, but this pattern is certainly unique here. A very wet August, and the way these temperatures are trending, we may be in for an early fall. We'll certainly keep you posted on that. Back with the 7-day updates tonight for you and radar checks at 9, 9:30, and 10. We'll have that out the door forecast updated for tomorrow morning and new model data, so don't miss it. 9, 9:30, and 10. I'll see you tonight on WBRC Fox 6 News.